This demonstration is about how to wax your jar, specifically the lid. So depending on how tight it is here, if it's very loose, theoretically you could glaze this part and this part. It just depends, but you're definitely risking it. If there is like a couple millimeters of glaze here and here, and it was a little on the tight side, your lid is not gonna fit. So if you're very, very confident you have enough space, maybe. But if you have a nice kind of tight-fitting lid, which I'm really hoping that you do, you don't want to glaze the inside of this, and you don't want this part to be glazed either, so you need to wax it. One of the best ways to ensure that you don't get drips is to actually hold it. So instead of waxing it like this, I'm actually going to hold it like this as I'm waxing it. And then if it drips down this way, right? And I don't have to worry about it running in the wrong direction. Okay, so not only, I definitely need to do this whole part, but this little lip right here, how it sits on here is up to you. If you want it to be really tight, you could wax this part as well, or you could have that part glazed and it might sit a little higher because there'll be a layer of glaze. I'm actually, I think I'm gonna wax this little part too as well, because I want it to sit really nicely on there. Okay, so I definitely need to wax that part, and then I need this part, and I'm gonna be firing these together. So you know how it goes sometimes when you wax and you glaze, and then even though you waxed it, there's still glaze remnants. If there are glaze remnants on this part, you really have to wipe them off super well. Because if I'm firing them together and there's glaze bits here or here, I'm gonna end up with a situation where they don't come apart from each other, okay? So really important to wipe it off after you've glazed. So I've got that bit waxed, and then I don't want the outside to have any wax at all. So again, I'm gonna kind of tilt it downwards as I'm doing this, and I'm just getting that lip where the lid is going to sit. Oh, chunky monkey. And then I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna wax a little bit on the inside of this as well, just to be doubly sure. I could theoretically just wipe that off with a sponge later or something like that, but because you don't really see that part, but yeah, you want to make sure there's no glaze touching. So however deep this goes down in there, you need to wax or wipe off that same depth on the inside here. And then you're just gonna wax your bottom like you would normally. Don't forget on the inside of the foot as well. And then you have lots of potential glaze options for this. If you have a shallow design, you might want to consider actually maybe putting a little bit of stain into your design and then wiping it away to accentuate it, like the black or the blue. Could work really well with that. If you have a deeper design, you could probably, no problem, get away with a double dip and you'll still see the design. It just, it really is sort of a case-by-case basis. So for example, like on this one, my design is plenty deep, right? It's double dipped, but you can see the design, no problem. And On this one, you would have had to do this in the phase with when it was still in the greenware phase, but I put underglaze on it and then I scraped my design away. That's another potential design option. You could, you know, just do a nice double dip. And so lots of potential options for glazing these as well.